when I play e4.
Okay, welcome to ACO Chess. Today I'll be with another chess.
don't in the past month I beat you twice, so
Yeah, granted. Beat me twice.
in the past month I played 5 games. You won 3, I won 2.
Yeah,
Someone's played for 21 years and I don't know.
yeah, it's good. Yeah, you know what? The thing is, every time you beat me, I win.
The thing is, every time you beat me,
Yeah.
the 23 years of experience kicks in. That's all.
Okay.
So
So
you
we
should have beat me all the time.
Yeah.
Because you should have been better than Carlson.
If you don't get an invitation to the next commenter, I want you to think of this moment.
If you don't get an invitation to play the World Champion, I want you to think of this moment and what you've done with your life these last 23 years.
Okay,
I
cool.
want you
So
to think about what you've done with
let's
your
look.
life.
We need to decide which match we're going to follow. There are quite a few exciting games.
You should follow my match.
Okay. Now, an interesting point.
Is there any elephants opening played today? I hope there is to show you.
I've never met that opening over the board.
It's because you have not been playing professionals.
No,
That's
I've
all.
not been playing coffee house players. I've never, honestly, I've never seen it on the board.
But you can just. I want to learn it if you have never seen it.
Oh, really?
It's a good opening in a way.
Yeah, it is a good opening. I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Any opening is a good opening if you learn how to play it.
Yeah, but if someone doesn't know what they're doing, they could even lose a knight, like just like that.
Yeah, but those kind of openings, they are more like traps. Like people hope, like, oh, I hope this trick really works, and then
They call this an elephant opening.
which one?
And the elephant opening is black. After e4, e5, knight f6, d4.
E4, E5,
Knight f6, d5.
knight F3,
Oh, yeah.
D5. Okay,
Do you know that?
I've seen it. It's confusing in Blitz, but over the board, I'm sure it's quite something easy to deal with.
You can just calculate long term since you have 10 minutes.
Yeah, you can calculate. Hey, thank you, Dudzai.
Who's do that?
Welcome. You've forgotten Auntie Dudzai, weren't you? She was here.
When?
She came for a holiday. I don't know, dude. What do you want me to say?
I want you to say that it's your fault.
But it's not.
But it's truth.
Yeah.
Daddy?
Yes. Okay, so we are going to cover this round. This is round 1.
Who am I looking at?
So on board 1 there is David Baxter and David Glackman, which is an interesting match. And then Irfan Hussain playing against Kenny Willenberg. This must be a very interesting game. Irfan has been playing for a long time. Actually, I think.
Who's Irfan?
Irfan Hussain.
And what group is this? I can't see it.
What do you mean? Which group?
Like age group.
Oh no, this is the Premier Division.
What's Premier?
The top one.
Like everybody can participate?
The best can participate in the Premier Division.
Like the best people?
The best chess players.
Like Carlson?
No, in it's a Western Cape League. What do you expect Carson to come and play in this league? You are playing in this league.
I'm playing in Premier.
Do you understand what you're saying? You're saying Carson and you.
Are the best players?
No, in the same league. It will be cancelled. Like the moment, like we put you in there, like no.
They're too scared to play me. They'll be like, yes, come in, boy. They'll be like, come in, boy. Let's eat.
I can just imagine the players when they see you, they'll be like, oh, okay, at least something to snack on, you know, like.
And when they'll be like, oh, at least something to eat for dinner. Dinner. They'll be like, do we have an elephant for dinner? This is about to be the easiest elephant I've ever caught. A baby elephant here.
Okay. So we've got Vuta. Is also, this must be an interesting match.
Okay, can you just click the top board?
But they're not open yet, so
what time do they start?
They start at 3 o'clock. Yeah, but we will know if it's on now, very soon.
Maybe there's some technical difficulties going on. Who knows?
This is an interesting match.
Which one?
Michael Cuthbert playing Sandiso Kedama.
Who's Michael, by the way?
Michael Cuthbert is one of the upcoming youth players.
Dion?
Yeah. Pronyoche.
Oh, hold on. I need to see some participants. So Dion's in like the top boards. Wait, this is not the Dion I know, right? Yeah, it's not the Dion I know. Garrett. Irfan Hoosen. Michael Van Schaik. Don't blame me if this is Afrikaans.
Michael Van Schaik.
Is that Afrikaans?
Yeah, that's Afrikaans. And then
don't blame me if I pronounced that.
Oh yeah, so
wrong.
the boards are loading. You can see that this one has been loaded.
Oh, which one is that? Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Test widgets. If I tilt my head, I'm tilting my head the opposite side it shows. If I go down.
Andreas de Jager versus Raimundo Solomons. This would be an interesting match.
But why is it so interesting?
Oh, Andreas is very young and also upcoming.
Is he?
He's very strong also.
Is he around my age?
Raimundo has been playing forever. And he's also a trainer.
Is he very strong?
Yeah, Raimundo is very strong.
Is he stronger than you?
I think we're probably around the same strength.
Good, because there's gonna be too many people beating me. If I 1700 can even draw with you in rapid, you're obviously losing to a 2100. Ouch.
Maybe.
Well, I'm 1700 or 1600 in Blitz.
Then we've got Minentle. He's playing Mark Lewis. That's also very interesting. There's a lot of good matches in this tournament. So we just need to settle one. And I think Raimundo playing.
I know the best match that I wish happened. Me versus you in 3-minute Blitz, because I've been beating you in Blitz these days.
Okay, so Keegan. Oh, Keegan is playing Lyndon Bauer.
Who's Keegan?
Remember Keegan?
I don't remember hearing that name.
We used to play with him, remember? A lot when you were young. He used to play with you a lot.
Who's Keegan?
Keegan.
Have I seen him?
Yeah, you've seen him. Keegan Agalas. He's been at university the past 2 years, so we haven't really seen him much. But I know you.
I think I remember someone who was.
Yeah.
He's from.
Sherwin.
Kiara is with him, right?
Not Kian. Keegan.
I don't remember.
Okay, good.
Is it good I don't remember him? Okay, thank you.
No, it's good that you actually stopped asking more about that.
It's good that you actually
Let's see.
you actually got some
Let's see.
sense.
Let's see. Okay, so none of the matches have started yet, so we can't really.
This one started.
No, it hasn't.
Why is the match so small?
We will start soon.
Is there an error now?
Yeah. Let's just check with the organizers. When are we starting? Warren Haaland is playing Llewellyn Shadows. This must also be very interesting. So on matches, that's something we need to check. On direct matches.
Can they even see your screen? Oh, yeah. They see your whole screen. It's almost like you're on a Zoom meeting, but people are watching you.
It's the Premiere section.
Premiere. I can just look on this screen, I guess.
No, you don't have to.
I like looking on this screen.
Okay, so Steinitz is playing UWCA.
I can't see your thing fully on this screen.
It's okay. I'm not intending to do that. I would just want to make sure.
Oh, so the viewers can see everything.
Oh, they can, yeah.
Oh, but I can see everything.
Yeah, you can see everything at this point. But that's not the most important. I want to be able to just refer and find out how the matches are going afterwards.
And how they are rolling. Racing. I'm surprised nobody's been chatting in the chat room. Daddy?
Yes?
Nobody's been chatting in the chat room.
Oh, they want to watch matches. They're not there to chat.
Surprisingly. There used to be 2 million people chatting or something.
When we're doing training, it's different because people will be asking questions.
And they'll be asking how, and they're asking why, and they're asking what's your name, and they're asking, is this the right guy? Have you ever lost your son? And they will be embarrassed. Okay, I've gone too far there, right? Daddy?
Yes?
You should have... Is the Philidor a good defense?
The Philidor defense?
Yeah.
The Philidor... The opening?
Yeah. It's bad.
It's an okay defense. It's not wrong, but it's a bit passive.
What's passive?
Like as in, it's not. It doesn't go out to attack. You're playing a very defensive setup. If you think about it, e4, e5, knight f3, d6, and you're threatening what? There's nothing you're threatening really.
Is it drawish?
It is, yeah.
I want to learn a system that can stop the drawishness in the Philidor.
There's no harm in
Drawing?
No, in learning.
That's why I want to learn a system to counter it.
To counter the
Philidor, counter.
Is white. I don't know what problem are you having.
I have a problem with getting drawish position. It started.
Starting, yeah, okay, good.
Oh man.
Looks like we are.
Refresh your page.
No, it's fine.
Refresh your page.
No, there's no need.
Oh, fine. Is the game just starting? So we have a Knight of Defense.
Knight of, yeah.
Yeah, you can't really play the Alpine in this variation.
You can.
Yeah, but you get your knight in the center fast and can be a counter target.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so
I played the delayed Alpine, just cause I can.
Yeah. Okay. So a6. So
a6. My
right
move would be a5.
No, that would be terrible.
Well,
you mean a4?
Yeah.
For white.
No, not in this setup though.
Okay. No, it's playable. It's one of the main lines. But here they're playing a much more aggressive. White is playing a much more aggressive continuation.
He wants to play. He wants to face like a dragon.
No, the dragon is long gone at this point. E6 is usually the normal.
Well, but
or knight b d7.
B d7.
Yeah. But
that
E6,
makes sense.
E6 is kind of standard here.
Yeah, I like knight to c3 because you get a center.
Knight c6, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's playable.
Yeah, but then that's not a mainline
theory.
Yeah. E6 is
We have
much
20 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm not getting time trouble today.
Yeah. So E6,
I can just spin.
So now the challenge for
black.
For white is to choose
black.
which system works. F4 is the most principled continuation.
F3 is a standard one.
But that's mixing setups.
Well, but it wasn't like a proper dragon.
Yeah, F4.
F4 is like continuations as recommended.
Yeah. This is a very old and a very sharp line.
Yeah, but after E5,
there's millions of games here, I think.
Yeah, but I think if you play E5, it's not that good.
What do you mean?
For black.
E5 for black?
Yeah, it's not that good because white's ahead in development. You get it?
Yeah, no, of course. But E5 is bad usually because it creates two weaknesses. Yeah.
It creates multiple weaknesses.
Yeah.
Correction.
So, yeah, it's out of the question at this point. And
at this point, I mean, I'm just waiting to outsmart the opponents.
F4 clears the path for the queen to go to F3 and the king to castle queenside. So when they start like this,
and plus white has a special attack.
You expect a very strong attack.
White's gonna go queen to D2 or queen to F3.
Queen F3.
Queen F3, but I mean, like for white, it's very comfortable in a way.
Yeah. The reason why bishop h4 might be a bit tricky is because then h6, bishop h4, the bishop is not protected on h4. There might be tactics sometimes, starting with knight takes e4.
I used to do those tactics a lot.
Yeah.
I was very sharp when I was beginner.
You were not afraid because you didn't know.
You didn't know what?
When you don't know, you are much more bored. But when you know, you also know what your opponents can do, so you tend to hold back.
Should I not hold back?
It's up to you. It's how you play. People are different.
B4.
Queen F3, yeah. So he's preparing to castle queenside. And this is where it really gets exciting.
You know, I have this special idea.
It gets exciting.
Something wrong?
No. It gets exciting. Yeah, here. So here.
You have to long castle.
Yeah, you have to long castle because the knight is under attack. But
you can play knight to b3, but then a4 kind of gets a tempo.
Not really. There's no way black is going to play with that. I think Raimondo here has mixed ideas a little bit. Because
as black?
As black, yeah. Because the queen
is now at the wrong side.
If you want to play queen b6, you have to do it earlier.
It's because like now white can just castle that with counter attack.
He castles long, he keeps the knight on d4, and the queen is in the way of your counterplay, which starts with b5.
It's a problem with mixing up setups.
Because now there's another threat that white has, which is to play e5 here.
You know when I count. Do you know before I play that opening that you taught me?
Which one?
The Grand Prix.
Yeah.
I was playing the delayed Alpine variation.
Oh.
It's a good variation.
It's playable. He plays knight c6 here. Now e5 won't work.
E5 definitely doesn't work.
And he's threatening this. So I think it might be
knight to b6.
Knight b3.
But his counterplay is very bad.
Yeah, he's going to struggle to create counterplay. That's why in these sharp lines you need to be very precise.
On a good day I can beat you.
I know. On a good day you can beat me. But right now it's about them, right? The guys who are playing.
I want to beat you first, then I'll commentate. I'll eat my breakfast here, then I'll commentate.
Oh, really? I watch you play and I will laugh.
The more you laugh, the more you think of how you played. Did he?
Yes.
I remember this one time you blunder queen.
It depends.
Then the next moment you don't play for the rest of the day.
Yeah, okay, so
Daddy?
White is taking his time to put
knight to b6 when he has to.
Yeah, I'm just thinking what else he's thinking of.
He should take his smooth time. I won't lie.
I wonder what he's calculating. That's probably much more.
You know, when you just calculate something so sharp, the opponent can't even find it.
Yeah, taking on c6 is not an option because this helps black. He takes with the b pawn and then
it's explainable ourselves.
The rook can go to b8. With the queen on b6, he's attacking b2. So that would be not an option.
You're treating me like I don't know chess.
No, I'm not saying it for you.
You're saying it for the viewers?
Yeah.
At least I'm not. I thought you were saying it for somebody.
Knight b3?
Named me. It's best to just calculate what they're doing.
No, it doesn't make sense. That is taking so much time on this decision.
Okay, but just like, never mind. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make.
But sometimes sense. Maybe I was once.
Maybe they take their time to shiver. On the moments where they know the moves.
No, I think this is a new position for Andreas, so he's having to think about a plan of how is he going to attack.
You know, this position is just I've had to defend against this position for too much time.
Is white or black?
Black, but I have played dragon.
You mean a similar position, not the exact position, right?
True, but white has a good defense.
White is to attack here, so he's
but he has to really fast though.
Well, but black has got a few obstacles in his attacks, which he normally doesn't have in these setups. He doesn't have his queen on b6.
But he at least.
But even this knight might also be not so properly placed for this position, because the way to activate it might be to go to a5, and there it can just get exchanged. But I wonder even if that's necessary. You can even leave your knight here. But the moment the knight moves, then e5 is possible. And black might just be lost after that. I'm just curious if he's brave enough to castle now. Or you just play bishop d7 delay.
You know it's best it doesn't castle though.
In this position, yeah, I agree. Castling.
Best you're not brave. For once you shouldn't be brave. Am I right?
Yeah, you wonder. It makes you wonder if...
Are you putting music on or something?
No, it was on all along.
Yeah, but we couldn't hear it.
No. I think it was low.
I don't want to hear music.
I wonder what he will do here.
It's like black's already lost if you think about it.
No, it's not. The Sicilian, one of the good things about it is it offers a lot of counterplay opportunities for the black player.
And white?
White, it offers him attacking chances at the beginning. If he doesn't utilize them, then
he's gone.
Then it kind of tilts a little bit. It's like a very dynamic.
Hold on.
Let me explain. Opening. Yeah.
It's like one of those openings where you also get attacking chances, but he gets it first, and if he screws it up, he doesn't have another chance.
Yeah. That's why most people like playing the Sicilian, because it offers chances like that.
Yeah.
Which normally you don't get in openings. In openings like, you were talking about the Philido earlier. You don't get those kind of positions in the Philido. Now he has to play the queen back to c7 because it was in the way of his counterplay.
And no.
So here, now white has to decide how he's going to continue. Also, queen c7 is nice because it keeps an eye on e5. Now, white's problem is this bishop and whether he goes g4 here.
He should go g4.
Yeah, if he wants to.
G4 is just a move that, it's like prepping up for anything. Yeah, I played it.
Which one did you play?
g4.
Okay. g4. Yeah, it's a standard plan in this setup. Sometimes you go bishop takes, but here it's wrong.
It's very wrong in too many ways.
Because bishop takes allows bishop takes, which would be also looking at c3. So it's not really a threat. So black has to be careful also of this idea, because
e5 is strong.
e5 then becomes strong, right?
Okay, take.
So he goes bishop d7. This is normal.
Black has an option to queenside castle.
Yeah, but then somehow your pieces don't work so well if you do that.
I know.
So.
But he does have the option to prep up without white noticing.
Yeah, the queenside has been weakened a lot. So to put your king there,
you need some serious skill.
Yeah, so I think Raimondo here might play some delaying moves, or can just start with b5, rook c8, and start counterplay on the queen side. That would be sort of the right plan. You have to be very careful in all your moves. It's not an easy position to just make random moves.
Can we look at another game?
Yes, we can. But it's always nice to kind of give at least a thread on how this is. Oh yeah, so he goes for bishop takes.
Mistake. Right.
Yeah, I don't think it's accurate, because now bishop takes. And the question will be like some of these moves, right? Like maybe damaging this structure is not that bad.
Well, you can play queen takes.
You can play queen takes, yes. Putting pressure here.
And putting pressure on.
Ooh, this is interesting, but also probably not right. There was no reason to do this.
There's actually a good reason, actually.
Which is what?
You see, white is going for the side where he's going to castle, but he didn't actually castle. You see?
Okay. So
and he can close the position easily if white makes one mistake, like bam. It only takes one mistake and black is fine. Like, plus he has this open file. And if white keeps attacking the center, he'll forget about the queen side. And the queen side will be where he castles.
So okay, I see what you mean. You're saying white has been preparing to attack the king side, but now black is not castling there. So it's like wasted resources.
Yes.
Okay.
And if white moves all his pieces to the queen side, he cannot, and he hasn't castled king side. Okay. And he'll have his pieces developed by then.
But now let's look at white's pieces. Yeah, now he's castled queen side.
Come on, but you could have you could have stick to what I was saying.
Which was?
Like, make white attack the center, and when you're at stakes, you castle.
Okay. Yeah. I think this makes white's game easier, right?
What? G6 wasn't that bad of a move.
I think it is, because in the long run, this is going to be an issue.
In the long run, you can. Okay, but in the long run, if you have to evacuate, your king can always hide behind those pawns.
Yeah, but you see, now what Andreas needs to do is to just go bishop, let's say bishop g2, because it's pointless to put it on d3. Just go bishop g2.
Yeah.
Maybe play h3.
It's not like your opponent's just going to go for a simple trick.
Rook e1. Yeah, but the problem is that how does black play? That's his challenge, is how does he activate his pieces?
Oh, he can make a breakthrough.
In the Sicilian, you have moves like knight a5, but every time you exchange pieces in this position, it's going to be getting better for white, because he's got the better structure. So if you go to an endgame, black will be under stress. He can't push this d5.
You have 40 minutes. Chill out.
But it doesn't change what's on the board, right?
Okay, but you have lots of time to think.
Yeah.
In fact, this could even be an hour game.
Maybe.
That's how much time you've got to think.
You know what's also interesting about this position is the standard breakthrough for the standard breakthrough for
black.
For
a
black is d5.
Standard is not what these guys are looking for. They're looking for advanced professional moves. You don't want to play like a panzer.
So now he needs to activate his pieces, maybe bring this rook to e1. These centralization moves make it very difficult for black to create a breakthrough.
You know, black could always prepare with rook af1, rook af4, hf1, and then play e5. I'll just create you a bunch of courses if you counter my course. The course is listen to me. Tell me when you can finally tell me why that's wrong, and I'll tell you why it's right.
Which one?
Okay, he can always plan to play e5 in multiple ways. I know.
Hey, thank you for the like, Andrew. Welcome.
He can always plan to play e5 with rook with rook and h1 to f1. I'm looking at the screen here, so.
Someone asked what defense that is black using. Is the
Sicilian defense.
Najdorf, yeah. That was Talifani. Welcome, Andrew.
I used to play the Sicilian.
Okay, so now Rimondo is coming into the C file. But now this is the problem with castling queenside, because these moves, of course, require adjustments to make.
Do you know the Inverland Gambit is getting more popular and popular, so people don't fall for it these days?
Yeah, maybe.
It's pretty true.
Andrew is asking my online blitz rating. I think it's 21 or 22 or something.
Mine is around 1700.
This
on Leeches.
chatterbox next to me is what?
1700.
1700.
And I beat you twice.
Yeah.
In blitz.
He beat me twice out of 300 games.
It's not 300. in how many? At least give me some respect that I've played like 2,600 games.
You played a lot of games. You're getting better. It's constant work.
Hold on, before you start the series of stuff.
Okay. So he played rook c8. His idea is obviously counterplay here, but the problem is every time the only way which seems very practical would be to play knight a7, maybe knight b5, or maybe knight to a5. But I'm not so confident.
Nobody has that amount of time here
to attack like that.
Okay.
Well, in this position, like if they're not doing that, what else can they do? They have to do something. So knight a5 seems very logical. But then the problem is every time he exchanges pieces, the game becomes more technical. And white has to find places to press. Yeah, this I don't like. This is a mistake.
Can we move on to a game that's more complicated?
We can, but it's best we keep one line where we follow. You can jump around in many games, but it's good to have a complete concept of what's happening in a game. If you notice, when you're at a tournament and you're moving around and you think you understand what's happening in each game, but you really don't have a thread of where the players are coming from and where they're going.
They're going to the king side. They want to attack my king. They want to win the whole game.
True.
They want to kill my king and win the tournament.
Yeah, we'll come back to this game. It's a bit slow.
They want to beat me up.
This is why I thought this was very important that he had played h3 instead of a3. This move is not. I can see his ideas, but later on it kind of backfires. h3 just keeping the position intact and also gaining some time because he's a bit behind if you think about his king side, right? If you think about time-wise.
In fact, last round we started with 10 minutes, so to be honest, 10 minutes is a lot of time. In fact, they've completed a lot of... They're 16 moves ahead of the last tournament.
What do you mean?
They're 16 moves ahead on time. They're 16 moves ahead on time from the last tournament.
Okay.
Because if you think about it, last tournament they had 10 minutes to start with. So don't judge like you're low on time because half your time is gone, but you had 20 minutes and you can play with 9 minutes on the clock.
Okay, so always when you're measuring time, you need to look at your opponent, right?
Yeah.
In relation to your opponent. If your opponent has got 15 minutes and you've got 5 minutes, it's a point of concern. So h3 has been played.
You know the best way to save time? Think of what your opponent's gonna do so you already have a move by the time your opponent plays.
It sounds good in theory, but
okay, but
in practice it's very difficult to implement. Okay, so you use this
practice,
knight
but
a7.
in reality it's easy then.
Maybe.
If you are strong like me, yeah.
Now look, he wants to play knight b5. You can't take because then he has also queen c2 check, which is why I think Andres wanted to play a3 so that sometimes he has this escape square. But now he has to play something like rook d2 so that if the knight comes to b5, he can simply exchange.
His best move is to actually make a breakthrough after rook to d2, and I don't know.
With what? What will be the breakthrough?
Rook to e2. Rook to e8. Because black has wasted a move, so white can waste a move too, right? Black is like wasted a move in a way. So white can afford to waste a move while making a move that actually is helping him. That's called counterplay.
True. I'm just wondering if Raymond is prepared to play knight b5, which would be a terrible move here, structure-wise. But from a tactical point of view, it could make sense.
From a point of view that makes sense. Because knight to b5 anyway, because bishop takes, and if you take, then I don't know what's happening.
I don't understand. This was
well,
knight b5 was bad.
But
if he went to knight b5, then knight takes b5, bishop takes. That's it. He's exchanged a very useless piece for a very strong piece. So that's why
for who?
The c6 knight is terrible for black.
So you should have gone knight to b5 to get rid of it.
No, because it makes sense. I agree with that. I agree with that idea. But now it goes back to c6. I'm not so sure why.
That's wasting your moves, and white's upper move now.
This might be very good for.
I mean, white's now upper a full move. But I need to get some water. I'm pretty thirsty.
Sure. It's when I analyze with chess that's when I realize how impulsive he is about moves. Okay, knight c6. Yeah, seems like Raimondo is not, almost is offering Andreas an opportunity to repeat moves. But I doubt. White is just so much better here. I wouldn't really go for that. I would play knight b3 because I don't want to exchange this knight. I would put the knight back and then maybe improve the rooks. Yeah, this is a weird move. Not so sure why. But on the other hand, it gets out of the way of the bishop. Now the bishop has got influence on this diagonal. Yeah, this makes sense on Raimondo's part. This knight was really bad, difficult to activate. But now, again, the question which comes back to black is how does he activate his pieces? Right now, he might have a very nice move to make, or a free move, so to speak, which is bishop c6. It's a move that you must make. And then questions of structure start coming up, because now that they've exchanged a couple of pieces, it's quite clear that these pawns that he's made are a bit funny in the endgame. And
sorry?
It's okay.
Got some yogurt while I was at it. The heat is on.
How does he... So they exchange the bad knight, and
it helps black.
It helps black, yeah. He can kind of free his position a little bit. But he is struggling still in terms of activity. Like, how does he activate his pieces without making his structure worse? He would love to play b5, but with his king on b8, that would be...
That would be disastrous.
Yeah. So he plays rook e8. It's more like a waiting move, this move. Now the exchanges have left white at least with less resources.
This position is hard to break through.
Yeah, it's like it's very solid.
That's why the Sicilian is a good opening in a way.
Why?
Sometimes it's like hard to break through.
Yeah, it's a fighting defense. A bit different from the Petrov or the Philidos, where play is much more passive.
On the Sicilian, you just it's a modern hyper opening.
You could classify it was under the category of more modern openings, because the classical setups required that you put a pawn in the center, and in the Sicilian, the Caro-Kann, perhaps the French to an extent. The French is more like a classical one, also because it required you to put a pawn in the center, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, these openings were more based on piece play, which is what's wrong in this position for black, is that these pieces are not playing. It might be a very interesting idea.
What's wrong for white is black has a lot of pawns in the center.
Yeah, he does have a lot of pawns in the center. That's the trade-off of the Sicilian, right? You trade your C pawn for white's D pawn. But then in exchange, white usually gets his pieces in much more active positions. But because white has been exchanging those pieces, that compensation is slowly dying.
It's slowly coming to
Someone
black's
offered
favor.
a draw, I think.
I think it had to be black.
I doubt. Yeah, maybe it was black. But I don't know how it works, like on this, who offers a draw when White is playing in general.
When white played a move, it cancelled.
Yeah.
So it was white.
But he's taking too much time. Now his problem is going to be time eventually.
You know.
Because now look at their difference, it's like twice as much.
Black is a bit ahead.
Yeah, but Black is extremely ahead.
Because of time.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to
It's almost like white was playing a 10-minute game, but there was a really hard move that struck him.
Yeah.
That's how bad it got.
Yeah. So here. Yeah, so here the problem for white is he's been playing in general. Yeah, I don't like this move. What about d5?
What? Rook b5, rook b5, make a move that makes zero sense.
Let's say d5.
d5 is black.
Pawn takes. Bishop takes. Yeah, no, this must just be a mistake, right?
Pawn takes is a blunder.
I'm sure Ramonda is busy calculating this move.
I mean, Ramonda has more time.
Now, if black can get d5, this I told you, this is the breakthrough idea.
Yeah, but white made a slight error.
But it might be a trap, eh? It might be, he knows that d5 is coming, he takes, you take on b4, he takes again.
Then you take the knight?
You take the knight. He takes on b7.
Rook to e. I mean, yeah, wherever the last square. Rook to d. And d8.
And if he plays queen takes, he's mating. You see?
Can we analyze to make sure?
Okay. So
I'm saying
d5.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to take, otherwise you're going to be in trouble. Take.
Bishop takes.
No, not bishop. Okay, bishop takes here. Pawn takes.
Take.
Take. Pawn takes. Threatening.
Rook to d1. And you can't move your queen.
Rook to
d1. I mean
d8. Okay.
No, the other rook. The other rook.
Okay, it's okay. So okay, let's go.
Let's do that again.
Okay, so you went here. So we are saying d5.
I know it wins.
Okay, takes. Bishop takes. Pawn takes. Bishop takes. Pawn takes.
The other rook
here. Rook takes. Check.
Rook takes.
Rook takes. Then queen takes.
Queen takes h. 13 mate. You can go queen to d3 and you stop mate.
Queen d6, you saying?
Yeah. Queen to d6.
Okay, so he's made a move.
Okay, but can we analyze?
He played king a8.
Miss T.
I don't believe this. I'm not sure what king a8 is about. There's something wrong here. So here the correct move was, I feel that d5 needed to be looked at. Pawn takes, bishop takes,
Go back to the
pawn
position.
takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, rook here, rook takes, queen here, and you're saying queen d6.
close position.
Yeah, but what if he just takes here? He's offered a draw.
Take there. You
So-
can take the queen.
Yeah?
You can take the queen.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so.
Yeah, that was wrong, by the way.
Okay, the draw of, I think, was declined.
It was denied.
Okay, so knight a4. So now...
Can we look at that one more time and we can go back to this fast?
No. So it's getting tight time-wise. So he went knight a4 and...
Make a move, black, already. Make a
he
smart
already made a move. Bishop takes.
Okay, queen to
Takes
c3 works.
a4.
Queen to c3 works out, and then if it goes rook
You
to...
mean queen c6?
Yeah, it's a fine move.
But it's
Because
not,
rook to c4, c6, no, that doesn't work. But
yeah,
it's a
but
fine move.
queen to c6 gets the queen in this diagonal, and it's the last thing you need.
Gets the queen in the diagonal.
Yeah.
But you're attacking the rook, so...
True, many moves it away, but then you still have this queen in this diagonal.
Oh. If that pawn was on e5...
Let's just refresh the screen so that it automatically updates, and then we don't miss anything.
When we miss stuff, we feel like losing.
I'm very curious about that move, that d5, because in the Sicilian, that's the kind of move you're looking for most of the time. It starts your counterplay, right?
And I think from the start, there was this one mistake that really cost black a lot.
Which one?
You know, the queen to b6. It really cost black a lot, if we think about it.
Okay, queen b6. Maybe.
I'm sure it cost him a lot because he had to move it back.
Oh, yeah. But that's early. And I think white also made a couple of mistakes which countered that.
Which denied his mistake.
Yeah.
His mistakes were like, yeah, you're not doing a good enough job paying us, so we will deny.
Okay, so here it's kind of an interesting idea because now it's black who's wasting time or losing time
Black?
a bit trying to figure out how to play this position, right?
Queen to c3 is the last move you won't think about.
Queen to c6. Okay, you're saying queen to c3 all the time. I'm having to find which move you're referring to.
Okay, a queen to c6. Do you want me to play queen to d7? A move that makes no sense.
Now queen to c6.
g4 is a mistake because of d5 and I don't know. I mean, like, arrow clicks and everything falls.
Okay, let's look at this position. Let's say if a grandmaster was looking at it and said, which one of my pieces is the least active piece?
But we're not grandmasters.
Yeah, but let's ask ourselves that same question.
But we're not grandmasters.
It's okay. Which one is black's least active piece?
His bishop and rook.
The bishop, right?
And rook.
Yes, but there is no...
There's one rook that's so bad. The other... Wait. Oh, shit. I don't know what. Like, oh my... Oh, Daddy, you have not paid attention to something. Like, what? Daddy, whenever white moves his queen away, black can win a rook. Daddy, whenever white moves his queen away, black can win a rook.
Yeah.
Whenever. I'm sure white's probably
Black is taking a lot of time here. They're almost matching on their time because...
Do you know this? I thought me playing 10 minutes was as good as them. Them playing 20 minutes under pressure is as good as my time management in 10 minutes. If not worse.
Okay, I don't understand this move, but...
Make a move that makes no sense. Scared of getting a draw, but you can always avoid the draw every time. I mean, rook to d5, then rook takes is a threat, but it wasn't happening now, right? I'm done with all my stuff.
Let's see.
Yeah. I'm glad I got to eat yogurt. Who doesn't like yogurt here?
the king on a7 gives white some tempos in some case. So maybe rook b4, d5, queen check, and yeah, white doesn't want his rook on b4 if it's going to gain tempo for... Yeah, this is a good move. I like rook d3. There's no light squared bishop anymore, so you're not worried about any skewers. So rook b3 is a potential option. Yeah, I think white can press a little bit now.
Just know this is a 2.5 minute game, but you're 24 minutes ahead. 24 moves ahead.
Now think about it, right? Whenever you have opposite colored bishops, whoever has the attack almost seems like he's got an extra piece.
Do you know it's almost like they made a minute per every move?
Yeah, but they've got an increment. Oh, this is a bit weird. Why is he playing?
7? Okay, I get it. You want to discover your opening every day.
Rook b4 now might be
ideal.
Yeah. Because the queen now is also pinned against this deep one. So d5 break is not really like a... It's not a real breakthrough.
What's a real big breakthrough?
Like if you play d5, you want to be able to do stuff like take on e4, whatever it is, or fix this pawn on d5.
I'm looking
at
the screen.
If your queen is on d7, these moves are not as strong. Okay, he goes check.
Check is a mistake.
Why?
Because I hate checks.
If he gains time.
Okay. He gains time. You know when you're just under too much time.
But also, like, think about it. White is able to play these rooks here into the b file, and this pawn is a bit weak.
I just thought
if he can play this check.
I thought d5 was the best move before.
Yeah, but now he's got a problem. You can't just play d5 with the position of his queen. But I understand why he wants also the queen here on d7. Why? Then he can maybe double on the c file.
Why is he taking so much time? Maybe play king to b8 is good. Just why is he wasting so much time?
There's a lot of tactics here in this position.
For black?
Yeah, if you go on b8, as soon as the rook comes to b3, there's threats of rook a6. If you go on a8,
he has e5.
He's got a lot of ideas that have
e5 wins.
I don't think so.
Well, it doesn't win, but if f takes it,
if wins. You play e5, he's going to close the file.
Okay.
The diagonal.
Yeah, true. Because blunder. Wait, no.
Oh.
Ouch.
This is going to hurt. Yeah.
I'll just say rest in peace to black now.
Yeah, he's lost.
He's lost.
So first of all, black moved this queen.
Okay, chill out, black. Don't resign like that. Okay.
Yeah, he's lost. I mean, they are good players. They know that with a piece like this, it's game off.
Yeah, but at least get.
Okay, let's check what's happening. Okay, looks like.
Can we look from the start to the finish?
David Gluckman won against David Baxter. But let's see first, before we look at anything else, let's see the games which are still underway. Let's start with the top boards.
Can we go to the start to where they are now?
Yeah. Okay, here.
Let's go to start.
Yeah, black is in trouble here.
Okay, can we go to the start? If white could play 2 moves, white is winning. Just 2 moves in a row, white wins.
Yeah, but
not even by winning.
Knight f6 is like needed. He lost on time. Who was this? Andres Skitter.
Can we look at the whole game?
Yeah, we can. But let's just capture the games which are still underway quickly before the ones which are finished. We can always catch up on them. So let's see what's happening.
Yes.
Okay, so what's happening here?
Here it looks like black's also in trouble.
Yeah, black is in trouble. F4 threatens F5 and then this pawn falls. I'm also doubtful about the future of this knight.
I'm doubtful about the future of black's kingdom. But black has more time at least.
Yeah, but these guys are getting increment per move.
10 increment?
Yeah.
Oh man, if I had 1 minute plus 10 seconds, I would literally get up to 10 minutes.
So he moves the knight to d4. His idea is if you hurry to take this, like this, he's going to exchange the f4 pawn. But now, white is going to get the a pawn. Now, the secret of these kind of endings is that they are like they're like pawn endings.
That's a blunder.
Why?
Because like a takes and white can go king f2.
True.
Oh, but he was winning. Ah, never mind.
He was going to take the a pawn, right?
Yeah, but the f pawn is connected.
Now, knights struggle with wing pawns, like an h or an a pawn. So whoever is
knights struggle with separate pawns.
Yeah, even these ones, like stopping or defending against an isolated pawn like this is very hard for them.
But for bishops, it's like cake.
Yeah, it's easy.
I mean, now black, the white's a pawn is a target.
He fixes this pawn.
Yeah,
but the way white can deal with this is
just knight to b.
Knight
to b4. It will always be a thing.
Yeah, he was not supposed to exchange pieces like this, exchange pawns. Maybe he protects it.
It was just white's upper pawn. Or this some sort of gambit, like I don't know, the Galant gambit.
So yeah, now knight b6, I guess.
If you say knight to c3, I would just say you're not a professional.
It's true. Knight
it's
takes
true.
a.
Yeah, pretty.
But now the pawns are on the same sides. Knights can have very strong defensive abilities if pawns are on the same side. So there's chances.
Knights are good at forks.
Yeah, there's chances at this point
very easy.
that black didn't have.
White is in trouble a bit.
No, it's not. It's never really in trouble. But he might have been risking his only chances to win. He needed to think much more clearly.
Yeah, but he has a minute on the clock. Just understand the pressure with a minute on the clock in an important tournament.
Yeah, it's not much.
It's not really fun.
If
king to d4 was much better.
No, this is good. Actually, it pushes black backwards.
Yeah, but king to d4 pushes. Oh, but knight to d.
Yeah, so here, the best move would be knight c3.
How do you know?
I study endings a lot. So
I like e5 for white because it's harassing black's knight end.
But every time you create a square, you give a square. So the knight gets squares. So he keeps weakening you. Knight c3 is much more consistent.
What's consistent?
It fits in with the overall plan of limit. The way you play against knights is to deny them advanced outposts. So if you notice, this knight can't go all these red squares that I've given it. So the only squares it can go to are backwards.
So it can go on f7 too?
It can go backwards, yes. But you don't want it to move forward. So the way you play against it is to deny it this advanced outpost. So the knight does that for b5. So now your king can go forward. Right? That's the winning plan. The thing with endings is that if you spend time on them, it doesn't matter whether you're in time trouble, you'll be able to apply the principles much quicker than your opponent. So he goes there. Now your idea of playing e5 needs to be supported first by g4. Then when you play e5, he doesn't have that square.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, there was a game that you were winning against me, and but the moment we went to an end game, I was slowly outplaying you. It's because of these things, these small items in these endings. Now king there. Notice that he is also limiting the king from making progress.
You should also take in note that it's like you're saying a minute, okay?
So here Okay, the knight goes back, right? So
What is
notice
knight?
the knight wants to come back this way or that way. So
Why does the knight want to come back this way?
he limits the knight again, you see. So the knight has only got one way to come back, which is there. And now it's not so clear how he progresses.
Yeah,
Maybe
hold on. Oh, that
this
doesn't-
is bad though.
is
He needed to stay here.
now this
No, this, yeah.
this could end to draw if he's not careful.
That was the reason why I was saying earlier on he needed to think twice before exchanging the pawns on the edge of the board.
44 seconds.
This is good though. He's still okay. I mean, he hasn't spoiled anything. Very good. Now he needs to improve the position. Check. Check is good. And then put the knight on d5.
He wants to exchange knights.
If possible, he's got the better pawns, right? Better structure. So these pawns can create a passed pawn.
29.
These are a problem.
38. 37.
Check. The king has to make a plan.
Well, what if they're watching our stream while playing?
There's a delay on the stream. So they would lose on time if they try to do something like that.
Or the people will catch them.
Yeah. So now this is not right here. We play g4. Notice the knight is also still being dominated.
Is stream
right?
delayed on purpose?
Yeah, to prevent people from cheating. Knight d5 is good.
Do you like delayed on purpose?
The organizers delay it on purpose.
The people on the app?
Oh yeah, now look, this is not a good idea. This is exactly what you need to avoid in these endings.
Oh, no.
He needed to play where his knight still has space, but then the problem was it would be again dominated.
I saw a checkmate for white.
No.
Oh, okay, can we analyze and you see what I wanted?
I know you're seeing a setup, yeah?
It is,
But it's not immediate, right?
yeah.
But the game is in, we need to stay with it. Someone has offered a draw.
It's black.
It's black, yeah, but I wouldn't take a draw here. Now he has to go g4.
Oh, it has to be white. If white offered a draw, just go silent.
Well, black is being silly. If he refused the draw here, he's losing.
I won't lie, that's so true.
So, okay, g4, very good.
So it was white who didn't offer, it was black. Ah.
Yeah, I think black can only be the one who's offering draws here. Because the knight is dominated. Here you would play h3. And wait for him. So now the next move is g5. And now the knight will be extremely dominated, right? So you go g5. g5. When the knight goes back, you play e5.
Why are you doing it like?
I'm thinking, I'm calculating.
Calculate
But this is
properly.
wrong. This is one of those mistakes that people sometimes make in endings. But here maybe it's not. You take with the g pawn.
Nope.
Oh no. Okay.
You know when you're...
Okay, the knight is still dominated.
Who knows? They...
So maybe he plays.
Daddy, how much is the stream delay?
I think it's sometimes 5 minutes or 4 minutes or 3 minutes. Depends. But you would lose on time if you try to follow a stream. They've designed it to be like that.
The owners of Twitch.
Yeah. So g5.
What if they could just design it so you can't open Twitch while playing a chess game?
Could be a good idea also. g5. So f5, g6. Black is lost. No, not really.
If they draw, I'll just say nothing. But I'm not that happy.
This is very interesting. So how can he hold? Yeah, here you play g6.
They will take for sure.
It goes here. You can always protect.
I'm sure white's gonna take.
But these
15,
exchanges.
13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Yep. Well, what? Oh.
This is also not bad, but
He's on time trouble, okay? Don't judge him so harshly.
I told you already, it doesn't really matter. It's about knowing what you're supposed to do. Now,
16,
king d6, this was
15,
unnecessary.
14, 13, 24, black's lost.
This is a very good position for white.
King to d8. King to d8. Faster, 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 faster. Try making white lose on time.
Well,
I won't lie.
then
18,
king here.
17, 16, 14.
He wants to play
14.
pawn push.
No.
I wonder. You have to play g6.
Yes, 19 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, he wants to exchange. This might be very good for black. Oh, he was supposed to play g6.
If black manages to draw this position, I do not want to hear somebody speaking here.
Now he loses another pawn on f6. So now it's just lost, right?
What if white played knight takes?
I want.
Funny.
Yeah, he's lost now because now the knight will take with check. So you don't even have time to ignore, you know?
Black.
I think he just overlooked this idea.
Who?
Black.
Who?
Because let's say there was no check. Let's say the king was there. You would take twice, and then you could play maybe knight here. Sacrifice his knight. No, that doesn't work either. Because you've got an extra piece. The h pawn doesn't count in this kind of case. Because normally that would give you drawing chances.
But white has an extra piece, so it will always be lost. White's winning. 9, 8. Intense moment, by the way. 9, 17, 16,
No.
15, 14.
You have to be very careful in this position.
12, 11. Black's best shot is knight takes.
Yeah.
And a draw. He went for it.
You
That's
want,
when you know somebody really needs my help.
it's not going to draw because the knight doesn't.
There's
draw.
this one draw, but yeah, it's if white's lazy, he'll draw.
I think your first task is to bring the king there.
If white's very lazy, white will draw. King, there's already a draw that you saw, right?
Oh, this was not right.
If it goes king f4, king there,
Maybe
and
the
h6.
knight comes here.
No. We're routing for black now.
No, knight comes to g4.
But black is the underdog who's a 1271, so I'll just route for black.
I'm trying to understand how he's thinking. How he's thinking is going to promote.
You see that? You see
Pawn
that?
push. That would be a draw.
He'll play random moves, so don't judge it. Okay.
That's good. But now, king comes for the pawn.
Very smart.
Knight has to come back to f6.
And king to... If this becomes a draw, this will be the
Oh
ultimate.
no. Okay, he has to come with the king and support the pawn, right?
Oh no! That's so close.
But he might repeat positions and not know. The system will recognize the repetition, even if you don't recognize it.
They won't care. King to...
No, king... Oh, no, you can't do that.
That's what I'm saying!
Knight has to come back.
No. Put king there.
Check.
That'll be nice.
Now pawn push.
Blood move.
Yeah, this is very interesting.
Push. Push the knight. Push their knight to f6 would be amazing. It's the best move, trust me.
Push what?
H6, king to corner,
H8.
knight to f6 is the best move ever. It wins. I mean, like, guys.
Which alcohol company are you representing?
I'm representing.
Hey, Sophie Lee, thank you for the like and follow. Thank you so much.
I wish black would use my strategy.
Okay, check.
I want to pull. I want this. If black draws, I would just say.
It's not a strategy.
Hold on.
What a losing strategy.
If he draws with in a losing position, I'll just say, the one lesson that teaches you is I'm a Rosen. Lol.
Okay, is he going to come up with knight f6?
Knight f6 followed by h. H, king to corner, knight to f6.
No, this is interesting.
King to corner faster! You have 3 minutes!
Okay, so king to corner, king to g6.
King there, and then knight f6, king at corner, and king to f7. Stalemate.
No.
Knight to f6 is your best move.
King g6.
He's in time trouble, so what if he plays knight to f6? It's not my fault. Oh.
King to g6 is correct. Now knight goes to d6. This
Okay,
is
knight to f6 is correct.
No, knight d6. Very good.
Come on.
So now if you play pawn king here, he comes with check. You come back with the king, he goes h7 check. And he's winning.
I don't like this.
So
Yes!
hey Sharon, thank you so much for liking and following.
How come there's nobody chatting?
They're watching the game. Check.
Yeah, but isn't there chat here, but there's no chat there?
I don't know.
Knight to f6. Please go h3. h6. h6.
No.
h6.
Knight f7 check.
No. I don't want to go knight.
Very good. The king moves.
I wanted black to draw.
Okay. Very nice game by white, right?
Frustrating. I wanted them to draw. Just to see how mad white
Okay, this is Michael Cuthbert playing Sandy
But
Sokedama.
isn't my round starting any sec?
After this, guys. Okay, this is a check. Looks like
Black is winning.
black is winning, yeah. This is called the Philidos defense. Philidos.
Black is playing Philido? That just shows how good the Philido is to you. Especially somebody who really
Okay,
needs...
so now this game is lost, right?
Yeah, but
The rook here.
I don't care if it's lost. I want to look at it. I want them to resign, boy. I want them to gain. Ghana. Now black is winning, but I don't care what you say about that word. I mean, white has no choice.
White is forced to play rook here. And then black plays rook there. Then if white checks, then the king will move towards the rook. You know that trick.
It will move towards the rook and hide behind it.
And just get to a position where the rook can give check.
Because like you go there, then go there, or you can go to the rook.
Yeah, you go to the rook. Here, now he goes rook to
D1 and then you
Correct.
start a whole scene.
Yeah. And now the black king now moves towards the rook.
Move towards the rook. Although you will lose a pawn for queen, which is the most unfair trade ever. In fact, the best point about it is black can regain the rook. Or whatever.
It's gone, right? After the rook gets captured here.
I think white is just waiting. Okay, good.
Sure.
I thought white was a bad sport.
Nah, it's game over. It's just you have to adjust sometimes when you lose.
You have to what?
You kind of adjust to what's happening. It's not pleasant to lose. So players don't usually just give up immediately. They kind of mentally adjust to the fact that the game is losing. And then they resign. It's part of the game.
You want to know the most pleasant experience? Losing.
What's cool about this continuation is that, let's say rook checks. Ooh, very smart. But then
it doesn't work.
You go here, yeah.
No, it doesn't work because of rook takes and there's no stalemate.
What?
King takes rook and king to g. He has to. You see?
What do you mean?
King takes rook.
Uh-huh.
King takes rook and it's not a draw.
And where does the king go?
King to b3!
You can't because of the pawn.
Oh.
Dude. Okay. So.
If they draw, I'm done.
No. So, that's a nice trick. Look at this check.
Yeah, but it will get to a point where the black king can get blocked with something.
Yeah. He just needs to go there.
Yeah, and then...
You can't take again because the king is a stalemate position.
White almost did a Rosen.
Yeah. White almost did something here. It's very interesting.
Rosen once drew with someone because they pre-moved.
Oh.
That's the punishment of pre-moving. pre-moving is how Eric Rosen punishes pre-move. Black is letting his time run out. Apparently.
I don't understand. Yeah.
Black maybe wanted to tease white or something.
Again, still, you notice that if the rook goes there, now this is a mist. Oh, it's not still. Oh no, this is correct. You can take now with the queen.
No, you can't. It's
Why
stalemate.
not? Queen takes.
Oh, I see. The queen stops G.
Yeah. Now it's lost.
Well,
It was lost.
the game is not over until it is over.
It's over.
Now it's over, but it wasn't over before.
I could see the future.
But it wasn't over until they said it's over.
Until someone resigned, yes.
Yeah, so you better listen to the smarter.
Okay, cool. Now,
Is every round done?
yeah, everyone is done. So you need to go and get ready for your round, right?
My round probably starts at 4:30.
I think so, yeah.
Because can I move?
Yeah. Cool. See ya.
I'll be you. Yeah.
Okay, so what happened in the tournament? Let's see if the results have been loaded. Okay. Okay, so the next round starts at 4:30. Next round starts at 4:30. And I'm just trying to see. Okay, so we'll come back and go live at 4:30. Thank you for joining us for the first round. We will join and